critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep the whales both active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care for a natural world, and we're excited to share their story with all of you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
You're going to see all of this today and more. These and other behaviors provide the whales with an environment
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the whales move together in unison. These synchronized behaviors allow them to strengthen their social bonds and problem solve as a group. And this is just another reason as to why they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is the Orca, and their common name is the killer whale. And each of the whales that reside here at SeaWorld San Antonio have their own individualized names, including Takara, Sakari, Tuar, and joining us right up right is Kyuquot. Sakari is the youngest member of this pod at just 16 years old, and Takara is the oldest at 34 years old. Takara is also the matriarch of the pod, and this means that she is the leader. These whales trust us, and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we're able to teach the whales husbandry or home care behaviors. And joining us in the silence now are trainers Kyla and Jacob, here to demonstrate just a few of these behaviors. Now, one of the very first behaviors we'll teach the whales is called a float present, in which the whales will present their techniques to the trainers, just as Kyuquot and Kyla are demonstrating right now. Not only does the float present allow us the opportunity to observe the whale's entire body, but it also allows us access to the easy-to-see, shallow veins that run along the white underside of the whale's tail flukes. Our veterinarians are able to collect blood samples from these veins at least once a month, and as you can see, the whales are conditioned to remain calm throughout the entire procedure. Now, throughout today's experience, you may also see the trainers providing the whales with a variety of different tingle massages, back rubs, or maybe even splashing them with water. This is because killer whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just one of the many ways we can continue to build our relationships with the whales. Now, collecting blood is just one of the ways to ensure the health of these amazing animals. Another important diagnostic tool is knowing how much each of the whales weigh, and that is why we weigh them once a week. And in order to do so, we ask them to slide their entire bodies up and out of the water onto a killer whale-sized scale located in one of our back-adjacent habitats. Now, as Kyuquot is demonstrating this behavior, you'll notice that a portion of his body, from the base of his dorsal fin all the way down to the tip of his tail flukes, is still in the water. Now, this portion of his body is called the peduncle, and it is made up of several very large and powerful muscles that can weigh up to several hundred pounds alone. So, in order to get an accurate weight on each of the whales, we simply ask them to lift their tail flukes up and out of the water, just like this. And this is exactly how we know that Kyuquot here is weighing in at over 9,030 pounds. It's important that we have an accurate weight on each of the whales to ensure the younger whales are growing appropriately, and the adult whales, like Kyuquot here, are maintaining a healthy weight. Our husbandry behaviors ensure that the animals are both healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the life of a killer whale. From the very moment they're born, they are learning necessary life skills by watching their mothers as well as other members of the pod. And here at SeaWorld, they'll even watch our movements. So we're going to be demonstrating just that here in the stadium today. First, Kyuquot is joined by his new friend Julio. And whenever you're ready, why don't you introduce yourself with a big wave hello. And would you look at that? He's paying very close attention to you. Killer whales have incredible eyesight above and below the surface of the water, and they're very curious animals, which is why we often see them sky hopping or even jumping completely out of the water to get a better view around their surroundings. Now, in just a moment, they're going to ask Kyuquot to make his way to the bottom of this 40-foot deep habitat so that he can demonstrate a behavior that we call a sighting bath in the center of the habitat. And due to his counter shading, he is invisible, and still, he's breaking the surface. That was great, Kyuquot! Now we're going to talk a little bit more about how killer whales communicate. They can communicate in a variety of different ways, and the use of vocalizations is just one of them. So let's see if Kyuquot and his new friend can demonstrate one of these vocalizations for us today. That was beautiful! Did you know that scientists believe that when a killer whale leaps out of the water, this may be a way of communicating to make their presence known? You see, sound waves travel approximately 4.5 times faster in the water than they do through the air. So when a killer whale leaps out of the water and comes crashing back down, this sound can be heard for miles. Oh no! I must have forgotten to mention it also makes a huge splash. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it up for the killer whales and our audience volunteers. As you can see, killer whales can communicate by making a huge splash. SeaWorld's observation and the research on the killer whales in our care has shed light on the many mysteries of these amazing animals. For example, we now know the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. And that's information that's impossible to obtain out in the ocean. However, some information can only be gathered through field observation. And that's why for the last 60 years, SeaWorld has worked with our conservation partners from around the world to help further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of this power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icebergs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt. They use blue spikes to stun their prey, and they can even reach themselves up and out of the water. For these whales, it's a fun demonstration. But for all of you, it's time to get wet! further found this vital barrier. Unfortunately, things such as overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful.
But still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable. Don't give up. Be inspired.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written.
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.